Like A Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name is releasing on November 9th. This is a side story through the perspective of former series protagonist Kazuma Kiryu, filling in the gaps between Yakuza 6, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So what's it about? Is it worth the purchase? Well, you've come to the right video, as this is another everything you need to know before you buy, where I gather all the news and trailers from an upcoming game, showcasing the story, the gameplay, and formulate an opinion on whether you should buy this game, giving you some guidance and knowledge. So here's everything you need to know before you buy Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. Let me take you back to September 2022, the first Ryuga Gotoku Summit, an event showcasing upcoming games developed by the creators of the Yakuza series. They showed the remake of Like a Dragon Ishin and a big announcement trailer for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, where we see the current protagonist Ichiban Kasuga and former protagonist Kazuma Kiryu spawning a new look and name that definitely surprised fans. At the time, it looked like Kiryu was joining forces with Ichiban, but a lot of questions arose from this. Fortunately, there was one last game announced in the event that would answer those questions, called Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. As said before, this is a side story focusing on Kiryu and his perspective on what happened after Yakuza 6 up till Infinite Wealth. For those who don't know, Kiryu faked his death at the end of Yakuza 6 in order to protect his foster children. I was going to say this is a spoiler, but that's the first sentence you see on the game's store page. Anyways, after signing a pact with the Daijo G faction, fans should know their involvement in 6, he becomes a secret agent for them under the codename Joryu. He's tasked with a simple assignment which goes awry. Kiryu is forced back into a new conflict in the underworld by a mysterious group attempting to drive him out of hiding. So that's a bit about the story, and from this Famitsu article back in 2022, Masayoshi Yokoyama, the current director of RGG Studio, confirms that the playtime of this game will be around 10 to 20 hours, about half the playtime of a mainline game. Like any other Yakuza game, there's going to be new characters getting introduced, modeled and voiced by various celebrities. For example, Kame, portrayed by First Summer Yuika, is a mysterious woman who claims to be the jack of all trades, as well as being associated with the underbelly of Sotenbori. She has an intelligence network made up of homeless people called the Akame Network, where she gathers info and takes upon risky requests that others avoid. At some point in the game, Kiryu decides to work with Akame, solving many problems concerning the underworld. There's also Homura Nishitani III, portrayed by Kim Jae-uk. Now, if Homura Nishitani sounds familiar, let me jog your memory, since there was a character in Yakuza 0 that had the same name. He was the first patriarch of the Kijin clan, associated with the Omi Alliance, and he made his appearance during Majima's story. Nishitani III makes his appearance at the castle, a luxurious neo-lit den floating off the shores of Japan. There are many facilities in the castle that I'll go into later on, but I'm wondering Nishitani's involvement in the story, especially when this is the first time Kiryu's meeting the patriarch of the Kijin clan. Lastly, we'll be seeing reoccurring characters like Dojima, Majima, and Ichiban due to the events in Yakuza Like a Dragon. Next, let's talk about the gameplay. Beat 'em up combat known throughout the series returns. This time, Kiryu now has two combat styles. Yakuza style, which is a combination of Kiryu's brawling style, pummeling enemies with a ferocious flurry of attacks, as well as using the environment as a weapon. The second style is called Agent style, a secret style practiced by operatives of the Daijo G faction. It incorporates various deadly martial arts around the world, as well as the use of gadgets like drones, codename B, and a watch codenamed Spider that shoots wires to restrain and throw foes. I can't wait to try out this new style. Also, you can upgrade your gadgets and abilities, which opens up a lot of possibilities to your arsenal. The castle is an adult theme park only available to certain VIPs. It's home to many facilities such as the Colosseum, featuring the Hell Arena. It's similar to Purgatory's Colosseum with a tournament mode and a special event match mode. The newest additions are the Hell Rumble and the Hell Team Rumble mode, where the latter requires you to gather a team of allies to face up against a group of demons. You get to know how much health, attack, and defense your team has, and you can even change the leader to any character, which is a nice feature, although it's most likely they have a limited moveset compared to Kiryu. If you pre-order the game, you'll get the legendary fighter pack, which includes Dojima, Majima, and Sagema for the Hell Team Rumble. Another facility is the Cabaret Club. It's not the management minigame from Yakuza 0 and Kiwami 2, but the other one where you have a chat with the hostess and choose upon when answering certain questions. There are 5 hostesses available, and what's new is that the Cabaret Club uses live action scenes instead of in-game models. Correct me if I'm wrong, but live action scenes have been used before in previous games, but never in the Cabaret Club. Also, there will be other facilities like the casino, where you can play blackjack and many other gambling games, and for the first time ever in the series, you can customize Kiryu's appearance in the boutique. Now, the castle isn't the only place filled with activities. We'll be spending most of our time in Sotenbori, featuring other minigames like karaoke, new retro arcade games, and Pocket Circuit, which we haven't seen since Kiwami. One last thing is that there will be sub-stories provided by Akame. You can expect the usual hijinks and some familiar faces from other games. Finally, it's time to ask the question, should you buy Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name? But before all that, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down your thoughts on the game. Your support will be greatly appreciated. If you played all the mainline Yakuza games from 0 to 7, it's definitely a must buy. I wouldn't recommend buying this game if this is your first time getting into the series or if you don't know what happened in Yakuza 6 and 7. Honestly, you should play every mainline game for the whole experience. Alternatively, you could just look up a summary, but it's well worth your time playing through it all, especially when it's available on many platforms. Even though this video will be out a week before the release, it's worth mentioning that we're only getting this game digitally over in the West, so if you want a physical copy, you have to import it overseas. Lastly, if you do buy this game and complete the main story, you'll unlock a special trial version for Infinite Wealth that will contain special scenes that will not appear in the main game. And that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. January is going to be a busy month. There's a lot of great games coming out that I want to cover, but it's highly unlikely I could cover them all, so I gotta choose wisely. In December, I'll be doing another retrospective. This time, I'll be revisiting my Hotel Dust video back in 2021, so be sure to subscribe and check out the channel if you're interested. And as always, I'll see you next time and catch you guys later. Take care.